Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Timmy the Great, and if you're an existing subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're just joining me on this video, please click the subscribe button and like the video. Straight up, I'll be going to Chelsea. Chelsea make football look like basketball when they play intensive football. No problem at the back. No Lukaku, no Timo Werner, no problem for the team. It's just a team with focus, balanced, and the equation of the club is just it's just something of another level where Mount scored an hat-trick in that match, and it was beautiful. He did very well. He was everywhere on the field. Christian Odoi, Rhys James, Ben Chilwell, and Ben Aaron. Max Aaron did an own goal for them. So the pressure was too much, and the goals even come before the red card. So Chelsea did really great. They did a fantastic job. They were in the game. They controlled it very well. These are the problems. Like you can't even get hold of Chelsea. They played as if they they were playing a 8-man squad. They used the OFI. They capitalized on every errors of Norwich. They delivered very well. It was great to see Chelsea in that range, because normally Chelsea have been scoring 1 or 2 goals, 3 goals, but seeing them coming out with, even without the main striker, and without Lukaku, without Timo Werner, you can see the squad is in shape. They can deliver at any level and any length in the league. This is to show you why they are the European champions, and this is to show you that they can still do more. They can still go to any length, because now if you see the way Chelsea actually deal with that Norway match, it shows another level of comfort in their team. And I wonder how the dressing room of that Chelsea looks like. The peace, the connection, the whole player are just on another level. Well, quick one. I'll just leave Chelsea to that. I'll go to Man City. Man City beats Brighton 4-1, which Foden actually scored brace. And for me, Foden would have got an hat-trick or even more than if Foden actually works on his finish. He did well. He was everywhere, because that was not even his position. He was played as a striker. So, but for Foden to even be where the boy is supposed to be as a striker at that moment, it's 100 for me. Even Gundogan was actually the one that opened the scoring, so he did well. And Mahrez actually scored at the 92 minutes, almost the end of the game. But Man City actually showed them, like, this is the team that we can do anything. Almost on the same level with Chelsea. Like, these people are just magnificent. They played out their hearts in every match. They just want to make their fans happy, do what they have to do, make the ball go into the net by all means. And this is not a team that you see with a big expectations, like a club with a big expectation. They're just there. We know City is good. We know what they're capable of. But even at that, just like when we talk of teams, especially we talk of Real Madrid, like we talk of Juventus, we talk of Manchester United. All these teams are not even playing up to the level of the way Chelsea and Man City or Liverpool are playing these days, because they have the intensity. They control the game very well. They do it as if they are not on any pressure, because to even play in the Premiership is playing under pressure. So the way they control the game and do it, and add a lot of positioning, control the balls, make it look easy in the midfield, where if a competition that can run you from back to front, and they just have to control the game. It's really good for Pep's side, because an away win is not something you earn easily in the Premiership. So Man City did that, and straight up I'll be going to Arsenal. Straight up, Arsenal also got the win. Aubameyang, Smith Rowe, and yeah, that's it. Aubameyang scored penalty, and he got a goal. I think the partnership of Smith Rowe and Thomas Partey in this Arsenal is actually bringing well. Is actually eating more fruit now. Like, it's actually blending, because the way Thomas had to relax in the middle and do the dirty job, and allowed Smith to do the work. Though before, I've been one of those people criticizing Arsenal playing style, but lately I can see the combination is now working out and everything, because they've won their last 4 matches in the Premiership, and they are showing a solid side, and they are even more concentrate teams than Man U, because it's look like they're on the winning side now. And for them, I didn't see Smith Rowe to be this wonderful signing, but this game I've been watching for the past few days, he has really turned off. He's a good player. With the wonderful assist he gave to Aubameyang, like, it's not a player that can actually balance those in that kind of situation. He's really good. I like him, and I would love to see more from him. Well, let's just go straight to Manchester United Liverpool. That was a hell of a game. That was a hell of a game. I don't know how to explain that because I love Manchester United and it turned out to look like this because Liverpool just turned the theater of dream into a place of nightmare. Because how do you expect me to explain a loss at home to Liverpool like that? And I don't know what the board are doing. Like seriously, I don't know what this same Liverpool were the one that sacked Mourinho. They didn't even beat Mourinho up to this cause, and Mourinho is out to the next morning. I don't know what Ole is still doing there. For me, I don't know because he's clueless. He doesn't really know what he's doing. There's no tactics. Fine, he has done a good job by trying to get rid of some players and bringing in new players and everything. But you could learn from Chelsea. Lampard did this exactly the same. Take away some boys and bring in the new boys and actually set up the team. But he wasn't getting it right, and they had to bring Thomas Tuchel into the team. And with a more experienced coach, he had to set the pace and look at the team now, very balanced. Any opponent facing Chelsea now will be scared. Will be scared, like seriously, because Manchester United did play anything in that match. I don't know because we can't be relaxing on individual tactics anymore. That's why we have a coach to oversee some errors outside the field and make changes, do some things right. Let the player know they are not playing to the intensity of the game. Bring some substitution when you even need it. Like Manchester United are 4-0 down at first half. What do you expect? What do you expect? Even any player you're bringing on, you're putting them under pressure. Like you can see what happened to Pogba. He came on at the 46th minute and he was recorded at the 60th minute because the pressure was there. They want to make impact. They want to stop Liverpool from scoring without the coach even having a proper tactics. There's I don't know because this is how a team with good players can produce. Like I don't know how do you have a team with the quality players and you can't produce. You have Ronaldo, you have Cavani, you have Greenwood, you have Rashford, you have Sancho, you have Bruno, you have Pogba, and my point is how do you sit Pogba in the bench and play Fred and McTominay? Where does that happen? Who does that? Like you Fred and McTominay combined are not up to Pogba's level of quality in distributing the ball, holding the ball, even make up play. Like you don't have that. They don't have that quality. Like I don't know why you actually have to sit Pogba for these two. I don't. If you're trying to play a defensive game, you should play it completely, not just using a double four that doesn't even know how to pass the ball. You that doesn't know how to pass the ball. Just play. If you want to play a defensive game, play it completely. Let's know we're defending against Liverpool. If you want to attack, let's know we're attacking. And you being like, can't you come to think of it? Chelsea was recorded against Liverpool at Anfield and still played draw. Liverpool had only scored 4 goals against Manchester United at Old Trafford since 1936. Now they have done it again with now they have done it again at 2021 with Salah having an hat-trick. And another part of it is that Salah is the only Liverpool player that has an hat-trick in Old Trafford. Is it? Or the only, yeah, I think it's the only Liverpool player that has an hat-trick in Old Trafford. This is mind blowing. These are facts that Ole is not even supposed to walk to his office because you can't expect this kind of rivalry between Man U and Liverpool because you have a legend coaching you. This is not done. I was really happy when I read about what Schweinsteiger said about Man U. Fine, you have done a good job, but when it needs to take the job to the next level, you're not the man for the job. Leave, or the board should do something. I don't know what is keeping them. Gary Neville and Gary Neville, I lost my respect for him. He doesn't know what he's saying to me because he's when you are supposed to complain about the coach tactics, he was complaining about Pogba's red card. When you come in with that amount of pressure, what do you expect Pogba to do? To turn 4-0 into 4-4 because he did that? And for me, you don't put Liverpool in the level of Atlanta. Like Posco said it, like if you play to this level, you played against Atlanta, against Liverpool, you will be 4-0 down in the first half, and it happens. So the way Gary Neville criticized Pogba and actually leave the right thing he's supposed to do is off for me. And come to think of it, Man U has been losing heavily in the month of October, like series of lose, just every lose. So it's something to watch out, write them about or watch out for. Like they lose against Newcastle October 2019, 96. They lose against Chelsea October 3rd, 1999. They lose against Man City October 23rd, 2011. And they lose against Spurs October 4th, 2020. They lose against Liverpool now, October 24th.
Embarrassing. It's hard for us, this. Hard, especially against Liverpool. And after the week, midweek, I was half expecting this to happen, to be honest with you. Things have got to change. Things have got to change.
He's a legend as a player. As a manager, not good enough. He has to be sacked. He has to go. He has to walk tonight. He has to go.
Once we go behind, there's no way of changing things. It's okay when we're in front, but when we get behind, he's not a clue.
So I think it's Ollie. He'll always have the support of the United fans. He'll always be loved here. But it's hard after a loss like that. After a loss like that, he will get sacked. I think tonight he'll be gone.
Always support my team. Yeah, every single week. But that's the words today. Dead honest with you.
Man U is that Ole has lost 5 games and concede 19 goals in 5 games. What is going on? I don't know what is going on. The Man U have one of the most expensive defender in the team. Though I've criticized Maguire's ability in that team, but a lot of people didn't actually tell me it's better. I'm a Man U fan, and sometimes I don't know. Maybe my own point of view is different from other Man U fans. Because Maguire is playing in the England team, it's because he's playing for Manchester United. And they had to up his CV by giving him the captain. He doesn't even want to be a Manchester United captain. For me, it doesn't. He's just a normal player. He doesn't have the ability. I don't see the leadership style in him to become a Manchester United player. So I don't know. I don't know how people have to see it. Like Maguire is one of the best defenders. Well, I'll just stop from here because even giving analysis on Manchester United is one of the most difficult things I'm doing right now. I will just have to stop from here. But straight up, I will have to go to the Clasico, the Barca Barcelona, which Barca lost at home to Real Madrid, and David Alaba actually scored his first goal for Real Madrid, which actually lifts the boost of the Real Madrid and helped them to do better in the game. Then another point I studied about the game is that look at Vasquez actually contained Ansu Fati. Like he didn't give him a breathing space. He didn't allow him to play. Lucas Vasquez was just all over him. He ran his game down, and Fati was for me nowhere to be found because Vasquez was just everywhere. He didn't even allow him.